We're going to speak to Everton fan Mike in just a second, and Ross, the Nottingham Forest fan. It'd be interesting to hear what he thinks about what Nuno Espirito Santo said just moments ago. We played a bit from his press conference where he said the togetherness has improved since he's been there. What does he mean by that, Martin?
What does any manager who steps into a job mean by that there? If I was Steve Cooper, I'd be absolutely raging about that. There's as if to say...
You were kind of raging anyway.
Yeah, as if there was no togetherness before he arrived at the football club. And I honestly, I'm not having this here. I'm not having this sort of togetherness that's just to arrive there. Steve Cooper probably is the most popular manager, I think, maybe since Brian Clough at Nottingham Forest. So you can't say that there were... I'm not an apologist for Steve Cooper here. I'm just saying that this has happened before. So we've been like a manager stepping in and talking about fitness from the previous regime. Nothing does your brain in more if you are the departing manager to hear that. Don't talk... Yeah, there's a togetherness. You can say about a togetherness, and that's fine. But don't say since we have arrived. Leave that out of it.
That's the key.
Yeah,
I agree with him. I think a lot of people watching football can see a team change and evolve and talk about it anyway from the outside. It's fine to say, look, this is a really good group of lads, good togetherness here. I've inherited a good group.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the comparison is disrespectful. And actually, a manager coming in doesn't know what it was like before. So he's actually guessing with that comment. But more importantly, they got a win, didn't they? And when managers get a win and they've been under pressure, which they have, he's trying to find some words to create positivity. But I agree with Martin. I don't think it's helpful.
Do you take that as a slight because you've been in that situation? Do you think he actually meant it in that way, or was it just his turn of phrase? Was he just trying to promote his group?
Well, I don't know, but I did take it from the point about it since he arrived at the football club. So he did,
because you've been in that, you've seen that before.
Absolutely.
That's experienced you.
Yes,
Someone's done that to
exactly.
you, have they?
Yes, of course. I was the manager at Sunderland and left Sunderland, and in came that fantastic Italian manager, Canio,
Paolo Canio,
who made references to about fitness, and he lasted about 16 weeks himself, and I include the pre-season of that there, and finally lost his job because actually the team weren't fit enough himself. So he, it bounced back in him. He was a brilliant player, but couldn't manage a fish supper at the end of the day. So, but it does rebound on you. It does. You can't talk about some of the previous regime's fitness. It might be right, I don't know, but don't be starting publicly saying, because it can come back to haunt you.
Jim White and Simon Jordan, Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.